Miss PM here. Today we're doing drumming, and so I want to show you some drumming. Here's some drums that I made. So really easy. Just take any kind of a this is yogurt, any kind of a plastic container. It can be bigger, it can be smaller. And then what you do is you take a balloon and you cut it. You cut the top off, you know, where you blow it into. So you cut that off, and then you try stretching it. If it doesn't stretch well, cut a little bit more off and a little bit more until you can do it. What you're going to do is just pull that, and they're kind of hard, takes two people sometimes, and you just pull that balloon over the shade here. Now this was round, and now it's kind of oval. So if you put it down, it sounds better. Okay, so that's one way of making a drum. Another one is this one, and I just sort of decorated this one. This one I saw on Pinterest, and I'm not so sure I like it, but it's the same idea. You just take a balloon and you pull it. And this one is harder to pull because it's small, but I can pull it and I can get a pretty good sound. Now, if I was going to keep these, I would tape them down heavily. But I'm not going to keep these. I'm going to play with my bigger one. But this is the one that they recommended. And if I pull this, I can really get a good sound in this one too. Yeah. Okay? But those are the two. This one I recommend. This one I don't think I would again. But that one has a really good sound to it. This is my mixing bowl. And I took 5 layers of saran wrap. And that made a nice sound. Okay, so that's what I did, and that's what I'm going to use for drumming. So one of the things that we talk about drumming, we talk about steadiness or tempo, and you go by the beat. And so in music, it is whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, and others. So when you're drumming, it's the same way. So if I wanted it to go, it's kind of even, isn't it? I could do it. So this would be a half note, half note. So when you read music, you're reading music just like any other musician. All right? So let's try an easy one, okay? This is just one. Once you get going, you get into a rhythmic pattern in your head, and then it's much easier to do, okay? But the first starting part of it is always kind of hard. This is a Native American drum. Now, I like to use the edge and the middle of my drum, because if you do the middle of your drum, it sounds different. Okay? So, that's the first one. So what you want to do is just go with it, and you just keep going. You change it, go. Sounds like an American kind of thing, huh? Okay, so the next one is kind of a fun one. It's called One Banana. Now, my hands, as you can see, don't really work well with drumming. So I'm hitting it and I'm not getting all the note out of my thing. See? Okay, I also kind of poke holes sometimes. But anyway, so it goes do 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 do. I can pick up this hand too. It makes a little bit more sound. And you just do this over and over, and you know, it's just kind of fun just to relax, close your eyes. Okay? What I'm suggesting is that you take your bowl or whatever, which one you want to use, and just play with it. Make up your own rhythms, just try to keep them even, and do it for a period of time so that you get comfortable with it. And that is drumming. So I'm going to show you a couple more. Okay, the next one is 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Now I can switch to whatever I want to switch to here. This is sort of an interim. If I want to go back and do this one again, I can do it. Remember this one from the beginning? Pick up speed. Okay, we have one more to do, and this one is probably my favorite. So what you're going to do is put your first hand, your palm in here, left edge, right edge, left edge, and pound that. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So the second time you do this, you smack it hard on the edge. So when you play with a drum, you play with a circle, but you also play with the edge. So the second time you're gonna, so it's gonna go like this. Okay? So that's that, and thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy making a drum yourself.